Morning, pal. Let's check my Victron battery monitor app. 61%. It's done very, very well. If you missed the last video, my van is stranded here on the side of the road. My alternator went yesterday. Tried to start it in the morning and absolutely nothing. Ran the multimeter on it, tested it, and yeah, alternator. So this morning, we got to get this thing towed to Metro Ford downtown Calgary so the awesome crew down there can get me back moving again. I don't like being broken down, and this is a very rare thing for this van. Knock on wood, like seriously. It's been so good to me for the last 4 years. I've had a few hiccups along the way, but nothing major. That motor has been really, really good. So thankfully that this is just an alternator problem and nothing more. Anyway, guys, I gotta get up, get myself a coffee and get this thing towed. Thankfully in scenarios like this, I do have BCAA, which allows me to get towed pretty much anywhere.
Thank you for calling AMA Roadside Assistance.
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
What a wonderful experience. She was so good on the phone. Having a broken down home on the side of the street is never a good feeling. Thankfully, it broke down in a location like here where we were close to Walmart and a mall, and there's an arcade over there that me and Emmy went and played video games at yesterday. At least it was at a good spot on that way out in the backcountry somewhere, because I don't know what I would have done if it would have happened way out there. Thankfully, I've got Emmy's warm home to keep me warm while we drive downtown and drop my van off at Metro Ford. That tow truck driver, just super awesome. All right, everything's good to go here at Ford. Tow truck driver's just dropping it out there around back. The crew here at Metro Ford in Calgary have been so good to us here. I'm super stoked that they're fixing my alternator here today. I just want to say a special thanks to Michael. You are a damn rock star, bro. Thanks for taking care of me. Look at that thing. Ooh, looks good in the sun up there.
You're very welcome.
Dude, looks so good out here too. Well, that's downtown Calgary. That's the Calgary Tower. And that's my home. Getting offloaded here at Metro Ford. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I think it's a good idea to start a towing YouTube channel. Joe was just a good dude. Nice to meet you, buddy. Grizzy, you're on your own perch. Hey, buddy. Maybe we should get you one of those boxes for our home. How cool this city is. It's funky here. It's got lots of like style and character. There's just hogging the camera. Hogging the camera. Check this thing out. That thing is wicked. It's full of barbed wire and stuff on the inside. There's like some plow pieces from a plow. Oh yeah, tractor seat. That thing's pretty wild. Up there's a little deck. Sticking already there, right there. It's got a glass floor. Rumor has it you can stand on it. See you. You ready? Everybody else ready? Everybody, you ready? How's that for a shot, my friends? What are you doing? You squishing cars? Calgary is definitely a very artsy looking city. Everything's got lots of cool design in it and a flippin' giant head. Look at this thing. That is the coolest thing. And you can walk inside of it. Look how little Emmy is compared to the size of that giant mesh head. There's the party pooper sign. Do not climb. So I'm sitting here and I noticed that my knees look like a normal color. Look at that. Like normally they're like dark and like a red and brown. And then she's like, it's because you've been standing in my van lately. My knees definitely approve of her high top. Everything out here is cool. Even the sewage drains. Oh, come on. Hi. Hi, buddy. How are you? Little baby bunny. Hi, guys. What an amazing city this is. Walking around here tonight really changed my view on this place. That's it. Nighty night. Right in front of us here, we even have a security guard keeping an eye on both me and Emmy's vans. Emmy's parked right beside me. Today was a, you guys even see? Today was a pretty awesome day. Even though it started off with my van getting towed into the Ford dealership and now sitting here all day today because we can't get anything done here till tomorrow. But it was, it was so good. The tow truck driver this morning purposely took the scenic route to get downtown so I could get some awesome shots of my van on the back of the tow truck. I thought that was really, really awesome of that guy. I don't know why today was just like, it was just perfect. While my van was sitting here for a bit today, me and Emmy ended up taking off and we just had a nice real chill day for a little bit, then walked around downtown Calgary. Wow, is this city ever amazing, artistic and colorful, and there's just like, it's like architecture down here where I'm from in Vancouver, BC, where I was born and raised. Everything out there is kind of bland, kind of like there's really not a lot of like real architecture. There's some areas that shine, but not like this city. Oh, I was so amazed with the amount of artwork and just the little details and everything. Was rather beautiful. And that one big long street, I think it was called Stephen Ave or something like that, the one big long street we walked up where you could literally walk across the street down the middle of the street, just epic. Anyway, guys, tomorrow, I don't know if my van's getting fixed tomorrow or not. It's still kind of like a fingers crossed kind of situation. It turns out it's not my alternator. So we pulled the dash cluster out of my van, and it turns out that there's a sensor that's connected to the dash cluster that controls the charging from the alternator to the starting battery. So when they pulled the cluster out here at Ford, I drove it around because I chose to, and it turns out I was just running it off the battery. And when the battery died, that was it. So no alternator was needed. They are getting my dash cluster back. My dash cluster has been sent to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan to get repaired. From what I understand, it was getting shipped back today, should arrive here tomorrow. And then once they get the cluster back in, I can drive my van again. But anyway, today was just freaking awesome. Ugh. But anyway, tomorrow you guys will find out what's going on. My van is literally getting the royal treatment. We'll talk about that. Let's talk about it right now. Let's prop the camera up and have ourselves a little evening chat. So I don't know what's made it into a video yet or not, but out here at Metro Ford, they are fixing my heater, my air conditioning thing with the vacuum and stuff, my dash cluster. I already told you about that one. I don't know if you remember, I couldn't get my keys in my door locks. And it turns out when you're in really cold climates like this, that power door locks are what everybody does to avoid putting the key in the locks and not having a, frozen lock problem. So when I popped out here at Metro Ford, I was talking to Michael down here, what a stand-up dude. And I'm like, power door locks? He's like, we can do that. And he gave me a price quote to do power door locks on all of my doors, including a little tiny remote fob so I can unlock and lock them in one touch of a button. Ugh! So I'm running out of time with Emmy. She is leaving. So tomorrow she's getting a bunch of work done on her van here at Ford. And the next morning we're saying our goodbyes. That is not going to be easy, my friends. I've been having the absolute time of my life sharing moments with somebody else. Because coming out here to Calgary, I wouldn't have done that great big walk downtown and gone in and out of places or went out for a nice dinner by myself. I wouldn't have went up that nice big beautiful Calgary tower today if it wasn't being with somebody else. We've been doing walks around parks and in towns and just doing things together that I would not normally have done rolling solo. So I'm gonna miss that. She's gone for a really big chunk of the summer and I'm taking off in the other direction this summer, but I'm really excited for this summer because our paths are going to come back together at some point, and I think it's just going to be better, more electrifying, and just more fun once we finally get back to crossing paths again. As much as it's going to break my heart a little bit to see that girl drive away, I'm really excited about when we can start kind of driving around together again, because this past week and some has been to die for. Absolute beauty. It's been awesome just to make, look at the smile on my face. I've never been this happy in my life. Dating a nomad, pretty damn cool. Anyway, you guys don't want to hear about this mushy, ushy stuff, but hey, it's a piece of my van life and stuff that's happening right now. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna curl up, turn the heater on, and enjoy a night with a security guard parked right in front of us. They didn't tell me here that I was gonna get my own security guard. Pretty awesome. All right, guys, take care. See you soon.